Morning students. Today's topic is the relationship between sociology and other social sciences. First, I shall discuss the relationship between sociology and economics. Economics is the study of production and distribution of goods and services. That means economics deals with how goods will be produced and the quantity required, quality maintained, raw materials used, etc. and how the product will be distributed amongst different sections of people. So that is the main subject matter of economics. And classical economic approach dealt with the interrelations of pure economic variables. Now question may arise, what is classical economic approach and economic variables? So classical economic approach refers to dominant school of thought for economics in the 18th and 19th centuries. And its central idea was free market system. That means the market which will be free from government interference and that will be self-regulated. So classical economics main idea was free market system, and economic variables means any measurement that helps to determine how an economy functions. So there are different variables through which we can get to know whether economy is growing or not. So first variable in your book is the relation of price with demand and supply. If demand or need of the people is high, then supply will be low and price will be high. If there is less product in the market, obviously the price of the product will be high, and if demand is low, then there will be abundant supply, then price will be low. For example, few months back there was no demand for sanitizer in the market, so sellers sell the product in normal price, and when coronavirus spread in the society, suddenly the demand for sanitizer increased, so the value of the product increases as there is no abundant supply of the product. So there is close relationship between demand and supply with price. Another variable is money flows. Money flows from producer to workers as wages and flows back to producer as payment for product. So in an economy, there are endless circular flow of money. So that means money circulate in the market from buyer to seller, from seller to wholesaler, from wholesaler to producer, so from producer to worker. So in that way, money circulates in the market. Moreover, economics also deals with output and input ratios. That means the ratio between the materials used to produce the product and its outcome. Okay, so these are the variables through which we can get to know whether economy is functioning properly or not, or it is growing or not. And traditional economics focuses on the allocation of scarce goods and services within the society. And examples of scarce goods are natural gas, coal, minerals, etc. So traditional economics focuses on those scarce goods, and classical economics focuses on free market system. Okay, next point is the sociological approach looks at economic behavior in a broader context of social norms, values, practices, and interest. And corporate sector managers are aware of this because People's choice and need is influenced by their family norms, their values and practices, and accordingly they purchase the product. So, to reshape the need and lifestyle and consumption pattern, big industries invest huge amount in advertisement industry. As you know that nowadays more people are related to media, and if producer can portray their product nicely in the media, so obviously that will attract the buyer. So big industries nowadays invest a lot of money in advertisement sector. And the defined scope of economics has helped in facilitating its development as highly focused coherent discipline. But sociologists often envy the economists for the precision of their terminology and exactness of their measure. Economists' predictive abilities often suffer precisely because of their neglect of individual behavior, cultural norms, and institutional resistance, which sociologists study. Economics deals only with production and distribution of goods and services and their utility, demand, and supply, but ignores about human values and norms on which the choice of an individual depends. Because whatever we buy, that is also related to our culture, because culture influence our choice. So accordingly we buy, and economics ignores that aspects. Sociology, unlike economics, usually does not provide technical solutions, but it encourages questioning and critical perspective. And this critical perspective helps in questioning basic assumptions of people and facilitates a discussion about the assumption and not just the technical means towards a given goal, but about social desirability or need of a goal. That is why recent trends have seen a resurgence of economics sociology, because both the wider and critical perspective of sociology. And sociology provides clearer and more adequate understanding of a social situation than existed before, because it provides knowledge why particular situation arises in the society by means of theoretical understanding or on factual knowledge. But economics cannot explain a situation because it doesn't study the social point of view. It only deals with profit and loss. Clear?